you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So USC's offense will have the football first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it on the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick handoff. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. Unleashes one. Finds space on the right. Wide open spaces. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
They'll go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to throw, it's Ivory. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
This tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
The Trojans will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here comes the Michigan offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the ground with the back. Find some fresh air. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Ivory. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense... The change after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run into the secondary on the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the
am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver.
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And they will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
And you got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, This guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking for a man. It's Ivory. Takes a hit as he fires. Pick off! What a play by this defense. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David, and you know the execution just has to be spot on, timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Carney. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Callaway. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. It's complete to the left. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Looking for a man. It's Ivory. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, David.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it, the deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Trojans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Finds his tight end. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Ball. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ball. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
There he goes! Touchdown, USC! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Scanning the field, it's Ivory. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Soft spot in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
And the Trojans will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carney. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
To throw, it's Ivory. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Montgomery. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Right down the middle. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He leaves it with his back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on Lou, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day.
Breaks into the open. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. BYU was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing